It's that time again. The DLC is right around the corner, and I've got a wish list I want to make. So, hey everyone, it's me, and today we're going to talk about some things that I would like to see in the Safehouse on the Hills DLC coming up very soon. So, this is just going to be a quick wish list. I'm not going to make a whole bunch of crazy requests. I'm just going to mention a few things I would like to see that I think could realistically be added. With out of the way, let's go ahead and start with what I think is the most important one and what I think everyone can agree to. And that's, I want the mansions to be very customizable. At bare minimum, I think they should be something like what we saw with the casino penthouse, where you can change the color palette, then you can add on a bunch of rooms, and then finally, once you got all that, you can place a bunch of decorations of different types in various spots. That's bare minimum. But something I would like to see that I think would be a good iteration of that concept, and something else I like to see with that, would be the ability to move furniture and to purpose each room differently. So think old games like Scarface, the world is yours, where you're able to actually move furniture around. Or think stuff like Club Penguin, where you're able to fully move stuff around in your igloo. Something like that. It doesn't have to be super detailed where you can change the layout of the mansion. I don't expect anything like that, but at the very least, I would love to be able to move furniture around and place everything in different spots. The next thing I would like to see is the master control terminal be put somewhere within the mansion. And with the master control terminal, I would like this one that's in the mansion to be something a bit different, something a bit special. What I would like as a feature for the mansion would be the ability to sell all of your business goods in one big mission. Now, there's a lot of businesses like the motorcycle club businesses or the CEO warehouses that never got the solo-friendly upgrades. And I think one way Rockstar could alleviate that and make it possible to still sell those goods without having to rely on teammates, without having to program a whole bunch of new missions. I think an easy way they could do this would be to just allow us to sell all of our goods in one go. You would be given one big vehicle, something like a Titan, or maybe be given like a Phantom with a trailer attached, something of that sort. Some kind of a really big utility vehicle, or maybe they could use the new Iron Mule that they added recently. And the idea would be that you would be tasked with driving point to point in that vehicle as if it were any other cell mission, right? There'd be different things you do, but then by the end of the cell mission, you would offload all of your goods across all your businesses. So your MC businesses, your warehouses, your hangar, your bunker, all of it. Even the nightclub. So ideally you would be able to sell all of it just in one go. Now, I could probably see them not lumping a nightclub in just because the nightclub itself is really finicky, and it itself has a bunch of dependencies, so I would get why they wouldn't link that. But just the ability to sell all the other businesses, all the really annoying ones in one big sell mission, I think would alleviate a lot of the grind that a lot of players have to experience. And I think having a big mansion with a control terminal would make a lot of sense as a paywall to be able to do that. On top of that, I would like the ability to send out all of your technicians in one spot. So as it is right now, if you want to send your technicians to source goods for, say, your hangar or your CO warehouses, you would have to go between each individual property. And I would just like the ability to send them out, from one spot. So I think that would be a good feature for the new control terminal in the mansion, just as an example. And speaking of having to run around a bunch, something I am tired of is having to go in between each business that has a safe. Now, I think a good alternative that you could buy the mansion for would be the ability to claim all of your safe money in one centralized spot. So let's say, for example, there's a big vault in the basement of the mansion. I think you should be able to go down to that vault and claim in that spot all of the money that's accrued in your business safes. So this would effectively be an alternative to that GTA Plus feature that all players could access. And the compromise there would be that you can't just do it on the go like with GTA Plus. So those are the business side additions I would like to see. So stuff that would make the grind in GTA a bit easier. Because I remember Rockstar mentioning that there would be something to do with businesses in this update, but they weren't specific, so we'll have to wait and see. So let's talk about fun additions. First of all, I would like to see the tachometer from the drag race mode be added as a HUD element in free mode. Like, I think part of the fun of driving in, like, say, any racing game is watching the speedometer climb up as you accelerate. And it's honestly a shame that we don't have that in free mode in GTA Online. And I would just like to see that HUD element be added into free mode. At the very least, they should add a toggle so you could like turn it on and off, because I would absolutely use a feature like that literally all the time. And I know you could just go first person and use that speedometer, but A, it's not accurate, and B, I prefer driving in third person because I get more visibility, as I think most people do. I would also like to see HSW be added to old cars, like I said in one of my previous wish lists. I stand by what I said before, that we really do not need HSW for newer cars. Newer cars are going to perform well just regardless. Like, these new cars are so goddamn power crept. They do not need HSW on top of that. We need HSW for older cars that were at one point competitive but are now power crept into oblivion. So just Rockstar, please give more HSW upgrades to older cars. I'm not even the only one anymore who wants this. And finally, the last thing I would like to see be not so much added to the game, but fixed. I would like to see the God Mode Coquette just be patched already. It's been 2 whole DLC now. It's been nearly a year. They really need to just patch the Coquette already. I don't know how they haven't done that. Anyway, but that's about it. That's all I really wanted to, I guess, wish for. My wish list for this update is pretty short because I know that Rockstar's hands are tied with GTA 6. Yeah, because of that, my wish list for this update is really short. But that's it for now. Let me know what changes you guys would like to see. Maybe there's some ideas you've had that I haven't. But let me know what you think in the comments. I'm out.